Well, that's all fine and swell. But again, what's it to you? I said, my legs starting to twitch. I'm here to make you the last offer you're going to get. The same one that you so vehemently denied when it was presented to you by Mr. Monday's cousin, Blue Jay? Jaybird, said Doc. Yes, Jaybird, that's it. So, Mr. Honeycutt, will you reconsider? About 30 seconds now. I said it once, and I'll say it again. I don't want any part in bootlegging or any of it. I don't know you. And just what's so important about me, huh? Of all the people. I was getting antsy, ready to leap from the table at any second. You've got a lumber transport business, no? Casper said. I've got greater plans for a man like you. You're the perfect candidate. Candidate for what? Sorry, Mr. Honeycutt. No more time. You'll have to make the leap or turn and face the devils. My face wrinkled with fatigue. My eyes shot around like pinballs. A thunder. It grew like the impending beat of a marching band. Then it morphed into a low hum of treading tires and cracked gravel. The thunder rolled near the house and stopped. The 3 men at my kitchen table were as still as statues. I looked towards the front door, then back at the statues. It sounded like doors were slamming outside. I leapt up from the table and ran over to the front window and pulled back the curtains slightly. 3 large trucks were parked just behind a gray motor car. Scores of figures were exiting the trucks and forming around the front of the house. They were stiff and shadowy, barely within the grasp of the porch light's glow. The silhouettes were clad in dark clothing, large gun barrels protruding from all around. Their faces were cloaked in leathery hoods, with pairs of twisted, fabric-like horns at their temples. It was like the very mouth of hell just opened up and vomited in my driveway. I was dumbfounded. Ralphie? Said Kate from the top of the stairs. I flinched. What's all the noise outside? I zoomed over to the stairs. It's nothing, dear. My eyes met hers at the top of the stairs, and I whispered frantically, Take the children into our room and lock the door. Get the revolver from the closet. Stay away from the windows. But what's... Please, I hissed. Trust me. Hurry. I love you all very much. She nodded, and I heard the 3 pairs of feet scurry up into our bedroom. I looked over to the table, still frozen. I looked down at my pistol and back at the window. Even if I were to drop 2 men per bullet, there still wouldn't be enough. Not a chance. Well, said Casper tiredly. Looks like the time has come, I suppose. Come, gentlemen, let's not inconvenience the Honeycutt household any further. Thank you for your time. They all buttoned their coats and put on their hats and met me at the door. I panicked. I was paralyzed and seemed to have forgotten the English language entirely. Casper's black boot crossed the threshold when I grabbed his shoulder. Wait, I said. I stared out at the brood of machine-gun-toting devils. I'll do it. Whatever you need. Please, just get them out of here. Please. Casper's dark eyes glazed over with a compassion that made me feel oddly important in that tiny sliver of seconds. I'll take the deal. He smiled before adjusting his spectacles, saying, Doesn't seem like real life, does it? Pointing out at all the riffraff outside. Then he patted me on the shoulder and said, 309 Robertson Mill Road, 7:30 sharp. Bring your truck and come ready to work. He nodded and winked and shut the door behind him like a true gentleman. I fastened both locks on the door, grabbed the 12-gauge shotgun from the top shelf in the hall closet, and rushed upstairs, skipping steps like a jackrabbit. I opened the door to the bedroom. Kate was sitting up on the bed, but where was the... Down there, Kate whispered, pointing beneath the bed. I hid the shotgun and put the pistol in my back waistline. Come on, kids. There's nothing to be afraid of. Clark and Lenora slowly slithered out from under the bed. Lenora zipped under the covers next to her mother. Clark just sat on the edge of the bed. I turned off the light and we all piled into bed, no one owning nearly as much blanket real estate as they wanted. I felt the cold gunmetal on my back as I lay on the edge of the bed. Good night, I said. My eyes were wide open, and I was repeatedly assuring myself that I locked the door downstairs.